Hey everyone, and welcome to the show. Just kidding, this isn't my show, but it is a show about something pretty amazing. Get ready to explore some of the most incredible places on Earth. Places built by, you guessed it, humans. We're talking man-made wonders, people. Hold on to your hats, because we're about to go on a whirlwind adventure to see some of the most iconic landmarks ever built. We'll be hopping across continents, diving into history, and uncovering fascinating stories behind these architectural marvels. Pack your virtual bags because you won't want to miss this. Throughout this journey, we'll be your trusty tour guides, giving you the inside scoop on what to see, where to go, and what to do. We'll discover the secrets behind their construction, learn about the people who built them, and find out why these places continue to inspire awe and wonder in people like you and me. We're about to embark on an adventure of a lifetime, exploring the greatest man-made wonders the world has to offer. So buckle up, buttercups, and get ready for an unforgettable journey and get this show on the road. First stop, China. It's time to talk about the Great Wall. This thing is a beast, thousands of miles long, snaking across mountains and deserts. They say you can even see it from space. It took centuries to build and millions of workers. If you're planning a visit, don't miss the battling section. It's one of the best preserved parts with picture-perfect views. For a less crowded experience, check out the Mutianyu section. This wall has seen over 2,000 years of history. The Great Wall of China is truly something else. Next up, we're heading to Peru, a land of ancient mysteries and breathtaking landscapes. And when it comes to incredible man-made wonders in Peru, there's one name that stands out: Machu Picchu. Nestled high in the Andes Mountains, this ancient Inca citadel is like something out of an Indiana Jones movie. Rediscovered in 1911 by Hiram Bingham, it was hidden for centuries. Built in the 15th century, it's amazingly well preserved. The Incas used stone so precisely that they didn't need mortar. The scenery surrounding Machu Picchu is breathtaking. It's no wonder this place is one of the new 7 wonders of the world. Welcome back to explore the greatest man-made wonders of the world. I'm your host. Well, not really, but imagine me popping out from behind a pyramid. Today, we're traveling to the land of pharaohs and camels, Egypt, and more specifically, the Giza Plateau, home to the only remaining wonder of the ancient world. Now, you can't talk about Egypt without mentioning the pyramids. These massive structures were built as tombs for the pharaohs, and let me tell you, these pharaohs weren't messing around. They wanted to make sure they had the best real estate in the afterlife. The most famous of the bunch is the Great Pyramid of Giza, built by Pharaoh Khufu. It's made up of millions of blocks of stone, and it's a mystery how they moved them all without modern technology. I mean, can you imagine trying to get a permit for that in today's world? The paperwork alone would be taller than the pyramid itself. And as if the pyramids weren't impressive enough, there's also the Sphinx. This mythical creature with the body of a lion and the head of a human stands guard over the pyramids, like a giant ancient watchdog. It's a little weathered after all these years. But hey, who isn't? Next, get ready to say namaste to India, folks. We're about to explore the Taj Mahal, a monument that's basically the world's biggest love letter. It's so romantic, it makes Romeo and Juliet look like a casual Tinder date. You see, the Taj Mahal was built by Mughal Emperor Shah Jahan in memory of his beloved wife, Mumtaz Mahal. And when I say in memory, I don't mean he just named a park bench after her. This emperor went all out. The Taj Mahal is an architectural masterpiece, with its white marble dome, intricate carvings, and lush gardens. I mean, it's so beautiful, it could make a grown man cry, or at least shed a single manly tear. It's the kind of place that makes you believe in love at first sight, or at least makes you wish you'd put more effort into your anniversary gift. And speaking of love, the best time to visit the Taj Mahal is at sunrise or sunset, when the light bathes the marble in a warm glow. It's the perfect setting for a romantic stroll with your significant other, or a solo trip to contemplate the beauty of life and maybe eat a whole bag of chips without judgment. Next, buongiorno from Italy. Today, we're stepping back in time to ancient Rome, a time of gladiators, emperors, and togas. Lots and lots of togas. And what better place to experience the grandeur of Rome than the Colosseum, the most famous amphitheater ever built? Picture this: 50,000 screaming spectators, gladiators battling it out in the arena, and you, lucky viewer, getting a front row seat to all the action. The Colosseum was built in the 1st century AD and was used for gladiatorial contests, public executions, and even mock sea battles. That's right, they flooded the whole thing with water. Talk about commitment to entertainment. It was like the Super Bowl, WrestleMania, and a Shark Week marathon all rolled into one. And the best part? After exploring the Colosseum, you can stroll over to the Roman Forum and Palatine Hill, other incredible ancient sites just a stone's throw away. It's like a historical theme park, only without the long lines and overpriced souvenirs. Although, I wouldn't say no to a gladiator helmet snow cone. Next, welcome to Petra, Jordan. You know, when I hear Petra, I think of that amazing scene in Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. You know, where they find the Holy Grail? Classic. Turns out Petra is a real place, and it's even more incredible in person. This ancient city, carved right into the sheer rock face, is a UNESCO World Heritage Site and a testament to the architectural genius of the Nabatean civilization. They were incredible traders, and Petra was like their grand central station. Can you imagine building your entire city into a cliff? Talk about commitment. To get to the heart of Petra, you have to walk through a narrow gorge called the Sick. It's like a natural hallway with towering walls on either side. And then, bam, you turn a corner and there it is, the treasury. It's breathtaking. You'll be snapping pictures left and right, trust me. If you're planning a visit, the best time to go is in the spring or fall when the weather is mild. And wear comfy shoes because there's a lot of walking involved. But trust me, every step is worth it to experience the magic of Petra. Bonjour from Paris, everybody. We're taking you to the City of Lights to visit one of the most recognizable landmarks in the world, the Eiffel Tower. I mean, who hasn't dreamed of having a romantic picnic under the Eiffel Tower? Or maybe that's just me and Portia. This iconic tower was built way back in 1889 for the World's Fair. Can you believe it? They said it would only stand for 20 years, but look at it now. It's still standing tall and welcoming millions of visitors every year. Talk about proving the critics wrong. Now, if you're afraid of heights, you might want to sit this one out. But if you're brave enough to venture up to the top, you'll be rewarded with the most spectacular panoramic views of Paris you can imagine. You can see everything from the Louvre to the Arc de Triomphe. And don't forget to stay for the light show at night. The Eiffel Tower sparkles with thousands of twinkling lights. It's truly magical. Trust me, a trip to Paris wouldn't be complete without a visit to the Eiffel Tower. Next up, we're heading back to the United States to visit a symbol of freedom and democracy, the Statue of Liberty. It's on every postcard, every movie montage about New York City. It's like the ultimate welcome sign. This iconic lady was a gift from France way back in 1886. Can you imagine getting a statue that big as a gift? Talk about a housewarming present. It represents hope and opportunity for people all over the world. And it's a reminder that America is a land of immigrants. Now, if you want to get up close and personal with Lady Liberty, you can actually take a ferry to Liberty Island. You can even climb all the way up to the crown for an amazing view of the city. Just be prepared to climb a lot of stairs. And while you're there, don't forget to check out Ellis Island, the former immigration station where millions of people first set foot on American soil. It's a powerful reminder of the promise of America and the sacrifices so many have made for a better life. Next, get ready to rock and roll, because at number 11, we're heading to England to visit Stonehenge. And no, it's not a giant prehistoric concert venue, although that would be pretty epic. Stonehenge is one of those places that makes you go, huh, how did they do that? I mean, these massive stones just casually arranged in a circle, it's like they had a giant game of Tetris back then, and we're just trying to figure out their strategy. For centuries, people have been trying to unravel the mysteries of Stonehenge. Was it a temple? An astronomical observatory? A really, really old game of dominoes? We may never know for sure, and you know what? That's what makes it so cool. If you're planning a trip to Stonehenge, make sure you bring a good pair of walking shoes and a picnic basket. And hey, if you happen to figure out what it's all about while you're there, give me a call. Hey everyone, welcome back to explore the greatest man-made wonders of the world. Get ready to say Opa as we land in Greece, home to the magnificent Acropolis of Athens. Picture this. You're strolling through ancient ruins, the Aegean sun warming your face. You stumble upon a sight that'll knock your socks off. This, my friends, is the Acropolis, perched high atop a hill overlooking the city. This UNESCO World Heritage Site is a breathtaking reminder of ancient Greece's glory days. The star of this show is definitely the Parthenon, a temple dedicated to Athena. Visit early or later in the afternoon for the best experience and photos. Next stop on our World Wonder Adventure, Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. Get ready for some sunshine, Samba. And a statue so iconic you'll recognize it from a mile away. That's right, folks. We're talking about Christ the Redeemer. This majestic statue of Jesus Christ, arms outstretched like he's welcoming you with a big ol' hug, stands atop Corcovado Mountain overlooking the city. And let me tell you, the views from up there are absolutely breathtaking. We're talking panoramic vistas of Rio's beaches, mountains, and that vibrant cityscape that just screams carnival. Now, this isn't just any statue, it's a symbol of hope, peace, and Brazilian pride. Built in the 1930s, it took 9 years to complete, and it's made of thousands of soapstone tiles. Can you imagine piecing that together? Talk about a jigsaw puzzle from heaven above. To get to the top, you can take a train, hike, or even drive. But no matter how you get there, be prepared for an experience that'll stay with you long after you've left Rio. It's like a spiritual hug from above. Hola from Spain, everybody. Get ready to be transported to a world of Moorish magic as we explore the Alhambra in Granada. This isn't your average castle, folks. It's like stepping right into a fairy tale with its intricate architecture, lush gardens, and a history richer than a plate of paella. Picture this. You're strolling through courtyards with bubbling fountains, the scent of jasmine and roses filling the air, and sunlight streaming through ornate arches. It's enough to make you break out in a spontaneous flamenco dance. The Alhambra was built by Moorish rulers way back in the 13th century, and it's a breathtaking example of Islamic art and architecture. Now you can't miss the Nasrid palaces, with their intricate tile work and stunning courtyards. And don't even get me started on the general life gardens. It's like Mother Nature decided to show off her artistic side. Seriously, they're so beautiful. You'll want to pack a picnic and stay all day. But here's a little insider tip: book your tickets in advance. This place is popular, and for good reason. You don't want to miss out on this architectural masterpiece. Next up, the Burj Khalifa, you guys. It's like if someone took a regular skyscraper and said, let's make it twice as tall, just for fun. Seriously, this thing is so tall, it's practically having tea with the clouds. And speaking of high tea, you know they have fancy restaurants way up there, right? I'm talking about a view that makes the whole world look like one of those miniature train sets. I can just imagine myself up there, sipping tea, trying not to get vertigo. But hey, even if you don't want to splurge on a 5-star meal in the sky, you can still go up to the observation deck. They say on a clear day you can see for miles and miles. I'm talking about seeing your future, seeing your past lives. Okay, maybe not that far, but you get the idea. And you know what the best part is? They have super fast elevators to whisk you up there in a jiffy. Because let's be honest, nobody wants to spend their entire vacation climbing stairs. Been there, done that, got the t-shirt, and the aching knees. Okay, let's talk about the Sagrada Familia in Barcelona. This basilica is like the most beautiful construction project that just never wants to end. It's been under construction since 1882. That's longer than I've been alive, and believe me, I've been around the block a few times. But hey, you know what they say? Good things come to those who wait. And this thing is going to be spectacular when it's finally finished. I mean, have you seen the pictures? It's like a Dr. Seuss building came to life, all swirls and colors and imagination. And speaking of imagination, the architect behind this masterpiece was Antoni Gaudí. He was a true visionary, a guy who wasn't afraid to think outside the box, or in this case, outside the traditional cathedral design. He was all about curves and nature and light, and it really shows in his work. Now, I know what you're thinking. Ellen, when will this thing be done so I can finally book my trip? Well, word on the street is that they're aiming for 2026. So mark your calendars, people, and maybe book a hotel room in advance just in case. G'day mates, let's hop over to Australia and talk about the Sydney Opera House. Now this building is so iconic, it's practically on every single postcard they sell down under. And for good reason. It's like a giant work of origami, but instead of paper, it's made of these beautiful soaring sails. And you know me, I love a good performance, but honestly, you could tell me they're just serving Vegemite sandwiches inside this place, and I'd still be impressed. But seriously, they have world-class opera, ballet, theater, the whole shebang. It's the kind of place that makes you want to get all dressed up, even if you're just going to see a puppet show. But even if you're not a big arts and culture buff, you can still appreciate the Sydney Opera House from afar. Just take a stroll along the harbor, find a bench with a view, and soak it all in. You can even pack a picnic basket, because why not? Oh, and if you're lucky, you might even catch a glimpse of the famous New Year's Eve fireworks display they have over the harbor. It's truly a sight to behold. Just make sure you bring earplugs because those babies are loud. Welcome back to explore the greatest man-made wonders of the world. I gotta tell ya, putting this list together was tougher than figuring out what Portia hid in my dressing room for my birthday. So many incredible places, so few slots. But trust me, this next one was a shoo-in from the get-go. Get ready to say Guten Tag to Neuschwanstein Castle in Germany. Nestled in the Bavarian Alps, this castle looks like it leaped right out of a storybook. And you know me, I'm a sucker for a good story. We're talking soaring towers, romantic turrets, and enough whimsical charm to make even the grumpiest troll crack a smile. Now, this castle wasn't built to defend against dragons, though wouldn't that be something? It was commissioned by King Ludwig II of Bavaria, who, rumor has it, was a big fan of fantasy and escaping reality. Hey, who can blame him, right? The world can be a lot sometimes, so grab your glass slippers and let's waltz our way inside, because this castle isn't just about looks. We're about to uncover the stories behind its ornate rooms, secret passages, and maybe, just maybe, discover a sleeping prince. Just kidding, or am I? You'll have to keep watching to find out. Next up on our journey, we're heading to the Golden State, California. And no, I don't mean the set of Golden Girls, though that would be fun. We're talking about the iconic Golden Gate Bridge, one of the most recognizable bridges in the world. It's like the Beyoncé of bridges. Beautiful, strong, and everyone loves it. This bridge is an engineering marvel, connecting San Francisco to Marin County. And let me tell you, building this bridge was no walk in the park. It took 4 years to complete, battling strong currents, fog, and even the occasional earthquake. But the result? Absolutely breathtaking. Walking or biking across the Golden Gate Bridge is a must-do. You get the most amazing views of Alcatraz, the city skyline, and maybe even a sea lion or two. Just watch out for those tourists chasing seagulls. They're brutal. Now let's journey to the heart of Beijing, China, where we find an architectural marvel that has stood the test of time, the Forbidden City. This magnificent palace complex is not just a feast for the eyes, but a deep dive into ancient Chinese history and culture. Constructed in the early 15th century during the Ming Dynasty, the Forbidden City served as the imperial palace for 24 emperors over nearly 500 years. Imagine walking through its grand halls and expansive courtyards, where emperors once ruled and history was made. With nearly 1,000 buildings and over 9,000 rooms, it's like a city within a city, hence the name. The Forbidden City is renowned for its stunning architecture, intricate carvings, and vibrant red and gold colors, symbolizing power and prosperity. But did you know that the palace complex was designed according to ancient Chinese feng shui principles? Every element, from the layout of the buildings to the placement of the objects, was meticulously planned to harmonize with the natural and cosmic forces. As you wander through this UNESCO World Heritage Site, you'll encounter the Hall of Supreme Harmony, the largest hall within the Forbidden City, where emperors held their most important ceremonies. And don't miss the Imperial Garden, a tranquil oasis of ancient cypress trees, rockeries, and pavilions, a perfect spot to reflect on the grandeur of this ancient wonder. Whether you're a history buff or just love exploring beautiful places, the Forbidden City is a must-see. It's a testament to the ingenuity and artistry of ancient Chinese civilization, standing proud and majestic in the heart of Beijing. Well, that's it for our whirlwind tour of the greatest man-made wonders of the world. From ancient cities to modern masterpieces, we've seen some truly awe-inspiring creations. I don't know about you, but I'm ready to pack my bags and start exploring. Don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and subscribe to our channel for more amazing travel guides. And be sure to let me know in the comments what your favorite man-made wonder is. I'm always up for a good travel recommendation. Thanks for watching, everyone, and happy travels!